Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Hey, what's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
No limit to the limit. Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp. No limit to the limit with Robert and Vicky Bell. I thought I told you. No limit to the limit, for better or for worse. No limit to the limit, for richer or poor. No limit to the limit in sickness and health. I thought I told you to love and cherish until death do you part. 1 + 1 =
1.
2 is bigger, but it's
Still 1.
1 1,000, but 2
10,000.
Team Bell, Rob and Vicky Bell, Hot 702.5.
We out. Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp with Vicky and Robert Bell on Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.
Good morning, and welcome to Marriage Bootcamp with the Bells. Welcome this Saturday morning, October 25th in the year of 2025. Good morning, and welcome to Hot 702.5 Risky Radio. I got some things I want to say. I'm alone, but I ain't alone. I ain't never, ever alone. And since we're talking about being alone, now I think I'm going to say that for later. But it would have been great just to jump into it now. But in the meantime, on this Saturday morning, it's so much going on. It's so much going on. Woosah, relax, Rob, because we got a lot of information to talk about. We got a lot of information I want to get off my mind because so much is going on. Yes. This Saturday morning, your government is still shut down. How much longer will we be shut down? I got to say it on this Saturday morning, October 25 in the year of 2025. How much longer will we be shut down? Recall in review. I told y'all back in April of 2025. A lot is happening. Ever since that dude got in office, a lot is happening. He's not chipping away. This dude didn't come in chipping away. He's coming in tearing things down. You see what he did to the White House. You see what he did. He's tearing stuff down. He's coming into your cities. He's coming into your neighborhoods. He's coming into your streets. He's even over in the Caribbean Sea, tearing stuff down. He's tearing stuff down. Y'all must get right. I told y'all in April, get ready. I told y'all back in April, $1,000 is not enough. I told y'all to get some life insurance policy just in case. It seemed like every day you wake up, you're losing a friend, you're losing a loved one, you're losing an associate, you're losing somebody. Life sometimes is knocking at the door, or the end of life knocking on the door every single day. Not somebody else. What? I just talked to him the other day. I just seen her the other day. What do you mean they passed away? What do you mean they transitioned? I've been telling y'all since April. Well, way before that. You must be ready anytime. I told y'all $1,000 is not enough. People are working. I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine that. Going to work every day and not getting paid. I can't even imagine that. Going to work and not getting paid. Can you imagine going to work and not getting paid? And I know some of y'all who are. See, sometimes things don't affect you directly, but it's that indirect thing. It's that everything might be great with me today. Everything might be great with Lady Bell today, but we got 4 kids. You never know when you're gonna get a phone call. I got 7 sisters. You never know when you're going to get a phone call. I got a gang of nieces and nephews. You never know when you're going to get a phone call. You got friends and associates. Sometimes things don't hit you directly, but it's that indirect stuff. Yeah, maybe you ain't lost your job. Maybe you still getting paid, but I know you know somebody who ain't getting paid. I know you know somebody who's going to work and they're not getting paid. Can you imagine that? We got, what you call those guys that direct the planes? Air traffic controller. Who want to be up in a plane and these dudes don't even want to come to work and they ain't even getting paid? You ever had a waitress? I don't care. Whoever my server is, I can understand somebody might have a bad day. And if she's waiting on me, be it Karen or Keisha, if they waiting on me and they seem to have a bad day and everything ain't all together, I can understand that. I'll get them a break because you don't know what they dealing with. So you got to they should have stayed home, no, because they got bills to pay. So I can understand that. But can you imagine being an air traffic controller? You on a plane and the air traffic controller up there mad? He having a bad day? He ain't watching the screen or the billboard. He watching TikTok, talking about he don't give a damn. It's affecting you directly. It's that indirect stuff that I'm scared of. If everything is going okay with me, but meanwhile, your kids is dealing with something. Meanwhile, your family is dealing with something. Meanwhile, your friends are dealing with something. In the meantime, everything is fine here in Vegas. The sun is shining. They talking about a brisk 77 degrees today. Everything is fine here. I got friends over in Jamaica. In Jamaica, things ain't looking good for my friends over there in Jamaica right now. They talking about that hurricane going to get up to category 4 and linger around Jamaica for 2 days. But I know everything is okay with you. The sun is shining. You got gas in your car. You got money in your pocket. You got some cash in the bank. But meantime, it's that indirect stuff. I got to get on a plane this week. They say it's delays. They say air traffic controllers are calling off sick, tired. And then you got the TSA. I don't think them dudes getting paid either. Now, what if they let somebody through and they don't pat them down or they don't screen them or they just they see something like bump it. These suckers ain't paying me. It's not always that direct hit. It's the indirect hit. Told y'all in April of 2025. Can I do a recall and review? Can I go way back? Can I go way back to 2019? Can I go back to 2019? Me and Lady, was that 20? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not 2019. I'm going way back. Because, even when the pandemic happened, we didn't expect that. But let me go back to, I'm sorry, in the words of Prince, 1999. Lady Bell, if you can hear me, remember 1999 and the year 2000 was coming in? Wow, that's 25 years ago. Is that unbelievable how everybody was concerned when 1999 was coming in? Are the computers going to shut down? Are planes going to fall out the sky? Is all the networks just going to go black? Are all the grids going to go down? People was preparing for 1999. Lady Bell, we was going to that church, and the pastor with the dude in the pulpit. I ain't calling people pastors and bishops and apostles no more. That dude in the pulpit was sitting up there talking about, we're just going to pray and believe and trust God that everything's going to be fine, which is cool. But just in case, should we be ready? Have you some water? Have you a week's supply of food? Have you some cash on hand? Have your pum pum ready, and make sure you got plenty of ammunition just in case. I just saw my buddy just posted something in Cleveland. He was in some type of cancer walk today, a cancer run. He said dudes had AR-15s on them in a cancer march. And y'all black folks want to walk around with the Bible. They got AR-15s on them, and y'all got Bibles in your pocket and a scripture on your heart. You better have you a pum pum just in case. Let's go back to 1999. So the dude in the pulpit, while he was preaching, he was telling people, oh no, everything gonna be fine. Just trust God. Now at that time in that church, me and Lady Bell was part of the leadership team. And when we had leadership meeting, the question came up, Pastor dude in the pulpit, should you think we should be preparing, telling the people have some water? You know, me and Lady Bell have always been about our business, always been about home first, just in case we had water. Just remember, people were filling up every empty buckets. They were telling people, fill up your tub with water. Fill any empty bottles you have, fill up with water just in case. But this dude in the pulpit was telling people. But then at the leadership meeting, somebody posed a question. Somebody was me. Hey, Pastor dude in the pulpit, do you think we should tell the people, what are you doing? Pastor dude in the pulpit said, oh, we got some water and we got this and we got that just in case. Wait a minute. You got all of this just in case? And you're telling the congregation not to do anything? Yeah, we don't want to scare them. Spiritual mumbo jumbo. Listen, husband. Listen, father. Listen, man of the house. You better be ready. You better have a word for your house. You better have some preparation for your house. Even after the dude in the pulpit said, just trust and believe God. What is God? I've been saying this for 25 years. I don't want to hear the pastor say it. I don't want to hear the bishop say it. I don't want to hear what the apostle said. What is God saying to you? What have God said to you about you and your place of residence? What have God said directly to you? Did you hear what I said, husband? Did you hear what I said, father? Did you hear what I said, man in the house? What is God saying to you? Even after the dude in the pulpit say, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. Thus said the Lord. What have the Lord said to you? Recall and review. Remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about how the army of Israel was in the valley, posted up, ready to go against the Philistine, and Goliath would talk to them every day. Now they were suited and booted. They had on all their army gear. They had their swords and their shields and everything ready for battle. And Goliath would taunt them every day. And you know the killer part about it? The army of Israel was there, and so was King Saul. So was the king, just sitting there, lounging on TikTok, on Facebook, on social media, just talking about the point spread, talking about the score, talking about the rookies, talking about the World Series. In the meanwhile, Goliath is, hey, send your best down to fight me. See, you got to, hey, husband, hey, father, hey, man, how you got to be a David. You got to be a David that comes along, David, you know who got mad at David? His brothers. His brothers got mad at David. And only thing David was doing, his daddy told him, take some stuff to your brother and them into the army. Take this and take that. David was coming to feed them, to get them some food. And he heard this dude talking smack while y'all was talking about the Raiders and the Browns and the Chiefs and the Lakers and the Dodgers and the Toronto Raptors and the Toronto Blue Jays. While y'all talking about that, and while the army of Israel was talking about that, because they didn't want to deal with Goliath. Listen, husband, she getting on your nerve, your wife getting on your nerve. You just can't keep avoiding them. You got to deal with her. You got to deal with them kids. You got to, hey, I told you, it's always going to be some pain. It's always going to be some problems. It's always going to be some pressure. Rob, I end up going this direction. Rob, how do you end up with, how do you deal with your pain? How do you deal with your problems? How do you deal with your pressure? I got to push through. I got to push through my pain. I got to push through my problem. I got to push through my pressure. Dude said to me a couple weeks ago, we was with some friends, and he was like, you wake up loud and all of that? Man, don't nobody want to hear that at 8 o'clock in the morning. Dude, Vicky been trying to turn me off for 30 years. You think you're going to turn me off in a couple of days? No, this is who I am. Do I got some problems? Yeah. Do I got some issues? Yeah. Hey, to my Bible believers and my Bible readers, remember that dude in the Bible where it said, if it be possible, let this cup pass me by. You never know what's in another man's cup. He still had to partake of that cup. Death was in that cup. A beating was in that cup. Resurrection was in that cup. For my Bible believers and my Bible readers, betrayal was in that cup that he had to drink from. Rob, what about your cup? Oh, I got some problems in my cup. What about your cup? I got some pain in it. But I got to get up every morning, drink it. And, hey, remember, my mama used to make us take castor oil every, like, a week before school start. She would make us take that. And I'm talking about not tablespoon, big old spoons. Remember when black folks used to say big old? We had them big old spoons. And we had to take that castor oil, and then you had to take it again during Christmas break. And you would try to spit it out, and my mama would be like, swallow it. You better not spit it out. Yeah, what's in your cup? You got to swallow what's in your cup. You got to swallow it, what you deal with. Hey, I don't know how I got there, but anytime I go left, directly or indirectly, somebody need to hear that, because somebody woke up with some pain in their cup this morning. Somebody woke up with some pressure in their cup this morning. Somebody woke up with some problem in their cup this morning, and I don't want to swallow it. I don't want to swallow it. Go on and swallow it. Go on and swallow it. You know, after you swallow it, it's going to feel nasty in your stomach for a minute. That doggone castor oil is going, and what's that other nasty black stuff? Draw that, what was that real black stuff in the big black jar with the yellow label? Something else she used to make us take. Oh my God. I hate it. Father John. Huh? Was it Father John? Something that was nasty that we had to take. But what time is it? Can I get a time check, please? I can't hear you. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay. So we are talking about, so the dude in the pulpit told the congregation not to worry about 2000. Hey, and thank God nothing went down in the year 2019, you know, us who grew up in the late 70s, early 80s when Prince came out with that song 1999. 1999 seemed like a long way away back then. And then when it came, it's like, okay. And I think one part of the song is saying sudden destruction and all that. We got scared. But lo and behold, nothing happened in 1999. But then 2019, 20 years later, it's a song that says 20 years later. Oh, that's a love song though. And here we are 20 years later. And then we had no idea COVID was going to hit. No idea, no inclination. And a lot of us wasn't ready. Can I go back? Can I go back to 1999 before I jump up to 2019? Remember, it was another dude, and I used to have so much respect and so much love for this dude. And for years, he told us to get ready, get ready, get ready. But then, now when you really think about it, all that time he was saying, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready for what? And I think, what word can I use? I need Lady Bell. I want to use a big word. I want to make sure I'm using the right context. I think subliminally, get ready, get ready. We were getting ready for heaven. We're getting ready for the pearly gates. We're getting ready for the streets of gold. We're getting ready for our own mansion. We is getting ready for angels singing all day. Get ready, get ready, get ready. So me personally, I took get ready like live right. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Get ready. He's going to return. Get ready. And the wine is also told us, will you be ready? So you have to get ready and will you be ready? My goodness, the stress that was on Christians back then. Now you got, now I'm hanging out with Puff because I got a witness to him and I might get caught up in some stuff. But in the meantime, in between time, then 20 years later, 2019, we walk into blindsided by 2020. You know, we couldn't wait. Lady Bell, remember when we would talk to people and, people would say, I can't wait till this year's over. 2015 been a rough year for me. I can't wait till it get over. Let me tell you, I don't care if it's 2015 going into 2016, 2016 going into 2017, 2016 going into 2017, we are dealing with some health issues. So me and Lady Bell going into 2017 went on a 90-day regimen. We read the 90-day Bible. And we used to do that every year, read the 90-day Bible. We read the 90-day Bible. I think she reread The Prayers of a Praying Woman or something like that. I read Tony Evans' book, The Kingdom Man or something like that. Then we got up, we was going to work out for 90 straight days. So from January 1st to April 1st, I worked out 90 straight days. I lost 48 pounds. I think Lady Bell did 72 days out of 90 days. She lost 20-something pounds. The doctor said all the numbers are looking good, this and that. And for the whole year 2017, I don't know. We like I said, because the doctor gave us a report. We made some physical changes, some spiritual changes in our diet, in our workout plan, and all that. And then I think in 2017, I said, Lady Bell, we're not spending no money. You don't need another pair of shoes. I don't need another pair of shoes. You don't need another purse. I don't need another. We're not spending. If it's not a bill or anything of necessity, we probably gonna go out maybe once, twice a month, to dinner or something like that. And if we do go out, we gonna limit our spending to this for the whole year 2017. I mean, we literally didn't spend we didn't waste any money. Let me put it that way, because we be wasting money. And I'm going to get back to that wasting money. We didn't waste any money in 2017. Boom, 2018 came. 2019. Oh, the point I was making about going into next year, why do it seem like every time we get in the year, we can't wait to get out of it? We can't wait to get out of it. And I tell people all the time, if going from 2015 15 to 16, 16 to 17, 17 to 18. If you ain't doing anything different, it ain't nothing. January 1st ain't nothing but another day. Every day is a new year. October 25th, 2025 is a year from October 25th, 2026. So every day really is a new year. But if you set your goal and your I don't know how to say that big word. Admonitions, I say that ain't the right word. If you set your goal and all your, I told you I need Lady Bell. That I can't be alone because all I got, I think she got a master, a double master, or something, and I got a PhD. I got a PhD, but some of the smartest people with some of the dumbest people. Some of the smartest people, some of the dumbest people. But hey, I get through with my PhD. Now, back what I was saying. If you're going into another year, if you don't change anything, it's just going to be another day. So boom, 2019. Remember, everybody wanted to get out of 2019, and boom, we got sucker punched in 2020, and nobody was ready. Now here we are 4 years later. We get that dude back in office. Will you be ready? I told you. I got to jump on this right quick. Your church, if you're going to a church, if you're going to a place of worship, and I don't care if you is a member in good standing, and they pull out your offering report and see if you've been paying tithes and offering. Every church. But I'm directing this to the black church because that's where I've been going all my life. Every church should have some type of benevolence, some type of food supply. It's a storehouse. It's a storehouse. 2020 showed you that the government didn't care nothing about you. Oh, you thought they did because they was giving you stimulus check. You thought they did because everybody jumping on them PPP. You thought that, hey, and every day I would sit up there and tell Lady Bell, we are going to pay for this. Remember, we was locked up in the house. You was getting the stimulus, and nobody could go nowhere all day long. Zoom, 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 zoom. Amazon all day. Zoom, 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 zoom. You get those checks. Zoom, zoom, zoom. At Amazon, run to get you some new Jordan. Run to go get you this. And I would tell Lady Bell, they giving out all this money. We gonna pay for this. And Jeff Bezos' wealth. Look it up. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, the 5 richest guys in America, wealth have went up. All them dudes' wealth, let's just say they was all worth over $200 million now. 5-6 years ago, they was like in the low billions would it be. Now those dudes are worth over $100 billion. $100 billion more than it was 5-6 years ago. And we got to get ready and be ready. I know you look at the news. If you look at CNBC, they'll tell you the market is going up. In 1929, the stock market went up. I think it was 48 consecutive days before the crash. Don't get caught with the bait and switch. Most of us ain't got nothing that really gonna change our life in the stock market. And we looking at the stock market, the market went up, and you ain't got nothing in there but your 401k. My 401k is booming. Yeah, but if you're 40, you can't touch that for another 20 some years. And you don't know what the condition that's going to be in. And God forbid, if you do got to touch it, they're going to tax it. And then they're going to hit you with a monthly repayment plan. The 401 has been, hey, y'all, they're revealing to us every day. Everything is a scam. It's almost like everything is a scam. Hey, try to tap into your 401k. Try to, and then when you are ready to retire, and you be like, man, that's all I got. But you see the government, and you see now the government is shut down. Them dudes don't care nothing about workers, federal workers not getting paid. Them dudes don't care nothing about they're cutting off SNAP. That's where the church come in at. That's where the community come in at. The church is a community. It's a network. It's a family. See, the real church was people just gathering at houses where 2 or 3 are gathered. And remember back in the days when you could go across the street and get a cup of sugar? Remember back in the days when you can go across the street to your neighbor and get a couple of eggs? That's the type of neighborhood I grew up in. We was all family. We was a community. My mama and grandmama and them, we had a garden. Our friends have garden. You didn't go to the grocery store. Our neighbors came down and went to the garden and got what they wanted. We went to other neighbors' gardens and got what we wanted. And the church ain't got nothing for you. You've been paying tithes and offerings. It's unbelievable. That dude in the pulpit is asking members to give $2,000 at a time like this. You're really asking members to give $2,000 because people are going to believe the hype. Well, if you give it to you, God will bless you. God don't give a damn. You think $2,000 move God? You think God is keeping a doggone note on how much you gave and how much you didn't give, and that's going to determine your crowns and jewels in heaven? It's time for us to stop believing. It's time for us to get a cleansing of all the mumbo jumbo that been pumped into us for years and centuries. We still, y'all say I got little black Jesus with me. I'm gonna say it. Y'all can't trust that white Jesus no more. It's time for y'all to be being unbrainwashed from white Jesus. It's time for y'all to be unbrainwashed from white Jesus. Hey, I told y'all it's getting rough out here. I told y'all in April it's getting rough out here. It's going to get rougher. How many people, if right now, if you out of work and you ain't getting a paycheck, and they always say you should leave at least 3 months of income. And now people, food banks are already out of food. People refrigerated. I never understood that. People refrigerated empty. It's over 350 food banks in Vegas. And they're crowded now. Me and Lady Bell been volunteering at food banks for 30 years. And I ain't never seen lines like I seen them. I mean, we got pandemic lines right now. We got pandemic lines, and the food they giving out is, the stuff they giving out. You can see the disappointment in people's face when they come in. They're like, "This is it. This is it." I've been saying you better know who you with. You better know who's on your team. You better know who on your side. Hey, you better like the person that you living with. You better like the person that you waking up with, because listen, husband, listen, father, listen, man in the house. When the rubber hit the road, when it get down to the nitty gritty, after 28 and a half years of marriage, whenever I got in the jam, who was there for me? Lady Bell. Whenever my back was against the wall, who was there with me? Lady Bell. You better know who you are, who you with, and who with you. If you really take a poll right now, how many friends can you call and say, "I need $100"? I didn't say borrow. I need $100. How many would freely say, "Here you go, don't worry about it"? No, y'all was just sitting last week. Don't worry about that. I need $100. Wasn't you just on the island somewhere? Didn't I just see you over there? Didn't y'all just buy a new car? Didn't y'all just have your house redone? I don't worry about that. Stuff happens. I need $100. How many friends can you call today and say, "I just need $100"? $100. We got to stop. Like I said, 2017, me and Lady Bell we didn't waste any, whatever you call, disposable cash. And the economy is still booming, still grinding. We was out last night. It's like, and CNBC, they had the guy on there from, I think Capital Bank, Chase Bank CEO. And he said, well, we're looking at the numbers. People are still spending money. You know why we're still spending money? Because of pain, problems, and pressure. We're trying to get away from the pain. So come on, girl, let's go to eat. We're trying to get away from the problems. Come on, girl, let's go jet set. It's only temporary. And trust me, I say it all the time. Nobody's going to have a better time, a greater time, a gooder time than the Bells. We going to jet set. We going to dance. We going to toast it up. We going to pray. We going to read the word. We going to work out a little bit. But in the meantime, I got to make sure my house is in order as best as possible. as possible. And I say in order, it ain't going to be perfect. It ain't never going to be perfect. But you got to have your house after you done. You know, one thing about going on vacation, I tell people all the time, vacation is a great escape. And when you land wherever you going, and them 3 or 4 days that week when you going, but like a day or two before you come back home, you can feel reality coming back on your mind. You can feel reality stirring back up in your stomach. I got to go back home to this. I got to go back home to that. Go have a good time, but always home first. If you're going to a church and the pastor say, get $2,000 and God bless you, all that stuff is mumbo jumbo. Money come to me now, mumbo jumbo. Give and it shall be given, pressed down, running up and running over. How many people you know, we've been going to church for 30 years. How many people you know that's got money running over? If you know 10 people that got money running over, call them and say you need $100. Hey, Mike, I need $100. No questions asked. Hey, Mike, I need $100. It's getting ready to get tough out here. And if you ain't got your house in order, I told you my dudes in Cleveland said they went on a cancer walk and dudes are walking with AR-15. Now, I'm just going to use my imagination. I'm pretty sure them dudes wasn't of my complexion. I'm pretty sure they wasn't of my complexion. And y'all and Pastor doing the pulpit having y'all having prayer meetings and laying on your face and all of that. It's spiritual. Why do black folks love Jesus? Why do black folks love Jesus so much? Why do we love Jesus so much? Over 400 years in this place, and we love Jesus so much. Why do we love and trust him so much? And I tell people all the time, some people go to church because they just ain't got nothing else to do. Come on, let's go to church. Ain't got nothing else to do. Go to church and go home, and that's it. Go to church and go home, and that's it. And dying. How much time I got left? Because I got to get into this. I got 20 minutes left? 15 minutes. Okay. Hey, can we talk about, I said earlier about, I'm back in the building. Lady Bell ain't with me, but she is with me because I ain't never alone. We talked about, I talked about you better know who you with. It's getting ready to get tight out here. It's getting ready to get tough out here. You better know who you with. And are they on your team or when things get tight, will they take flight? You better know who on your team. You know, after your victory and you dancing, I'm going to bring out that dude David again, and you dancing in the street, you don't dance out your clothes. You don't dance out your clothes. David, Saul 1,000, David 10,000. Do you got a Micah up there in the window talking about, look at him? Look at him. Do you got a Micah? Remember, hey, that was part of David's reward. When he talking about whoever takes down Goliath, you get this, and you get my daughter. And you get my daughter. And David, in his moment of victory, Saul 1,000, David 10,000. David danced out of his clothes. I told y'all, don't stop dancing. Whatever you're doing, you better have you a one-step, dude. You better have you a two-step. But you better make sure you ain't with Micah up there talking about, look at him. Look at him. Hey, you know when Micah was talking about, look at him? See, at one point, David was going to war to feed him. And then at another point, David, when his butt should have been at war, he wasn't at war. And then it was a woman that was naked washing. See, at one point in time, David was at the right place at the right time. In another place, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. See how quick life will jack you up? Do you see? At one point, David went to war with no intention on fighting and ended up with a great victory. At another point in David's life, Here he is on the rooftop where he should have been at war. And a naked woman caught his attention and changed his whole life. Now, maybe we stayed home because Micah was tripping. Well, I can't go out there because she going to be tripping. Oh, David, every time you go to war and have a victory, you come home dancing and shout. Well, woman, I'm just going to stay home. And then he mosey out there on that balcony, and lo and behold, you better know who you with. I want to bring that up, who you with, because, now y'all got to remember, I'm old. I'm going to be 62. I'm going to be 62 years old come January 23rd. This dude's going to be 62 years old. So, I'm looking at it from an old man's perspective. I think 62 is an older man perspective. I love LeBron James. I got a great deal of respect for LeBron James. And if my person can play that audio for me right quick, what LeBron James said earlier this week about not being alone. You got that booted up for me, please?
Well, I don't want to be alone. That's for damn sure. If I got to fight, crawl, scratch, fight, whatever to keep mine, I got to keep it. I got to do what I got to do. I don't want to be alone. I'm an only child, single parent household. I knew for sure. When I met my homies for the first time when I was 7, 8 years old, we started playing sports, and I got around them and we started traveling, playing sports. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah. And then when I got with Vanna, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is amazing. I love this. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Next time I'm alone, I'm be up underneath, champ. I know I don't want to be alone. That's for damn sure.
Hey, LeBron was talking about not being alone. And I heard some women, I heard a few things on social media. I heard women saying, oh, I don't want no dude that's so into me that he can't be alone. And that's too much. You got to be whole in yourself. People kill me like that. Two whole people coming together. Can you show me a whole person? I'm 62 years old. Can you show me a whole person? We used to go to this church, and the marriage people, the marriage ministry would tell the women, don't you women that are whole, don't you marry somebody? We want two whole people to marry each other. Well, find you. You ain't never gonna be whole. And these people talking about, well, you got to be whole, and you should be able to be by yourself, and this and that. God said, for my Bible believers and my Bible readers, I love this. God said it's not good for man to be alone. LeBron said he was the only child at 7, 8 years old when he met his homies. He had a community. He had a network. He had brothers. Hey, I grew up in a house of 9 of us. So I always had community. I always had love. I always had shelter. I always had protection. I was number 8 of 9. 7 sisters. And now since I look back at life, it's getting dusty in here. I basically had 8 mamas. I had 8 mamas that raised. Well, 9 mamas include my grandmama. I had 9 women looking out for me, loving on me, protecting me. And you think now, at 62, I won't be alone? And then you heard these people talking about, you heard these mainly women, I want me a man that can be on his own. And then when he is on his own, he run out with his boy. Well, why you get married? You run the streets. You can't stay at home with me. Do you want me at home, Micah? Do you want me at home or or in the streets? Which somebody said a few minutes ago, women are so, what did you say, young lady? What'd you say about women? It's so crazy. It's something so complex in this. And they are, hey, but LeBron, hey, see, when Mays was saying, while I'm alone, Frankie Beverly said, I don't like it. Frankie Beverly said, I can't stand it. Look that song up, While I'm Alone. He said, I don't like it. He said, I can't stand it. I can't stand being alone. Luther said, where them lyrics at? Luther said, a house is not a home. A chair is still a chair, but a house, until when I climb the stairs and you standing there, he said, promise that you'll still be there. Otherwise, Luther said, I don't want to be alone. I know I got this big old house with the chair is there, the couch is there. I got my man cave. I got this. I got everything going for me. But he said, promise me that you still be there. A house is still a house. I mean, a chair is still a chair. A room is still a room, but a house is not a home. When I climb the stairs and turn the key, promise me, Lady Bell, that you'll still be there. Promise me that you ain't going away. Hey, Lady Bell, our go-to song back in the day. Mary J. Blige and Method Man said, "You're all I need." Method Man and Mary J. Blige said, "You're all I need to get by." Remember when we danced to that all the time? You're all I need. I can't sing, but girl, I'm like LeBron James. I don't want to be alone. I can't stand being alone. I don't care what a man don't did or what he ain't did. You know, sometimes we can do some of the stupidest things. We can have a queen at home and we can go out to the streets and do some stupid stuff. But I still don't want to be alone. I still, when I climb the stairs, I still need for you to be there. I still need for you to be there. Even in this thing of I don't want to be alone. You're gonna be married for someone. Y'all gonna have to learn how to love and forgive. Y'all gonna have to learn how to love and forget. Y'all gonna have to learn how to love and fight. Y'all gonna have to know. Y'all gonna have to learn how to be better and for worse, for richer and for poor, in the sickness and health. And Lady Bell, when you get back, I want to talk. We've been saying we're gonna talk about in vows. I think one thing needs to be changed in vows, because the conversation we had last night, and the young lady said, "I stayed all these years because I wanted to do better than the rest of my family did, that I could make it." And I think sometimes people stay married because of the one vow. They say, "Until death do you part." I think sometimes death is our love had come to an end. Sometimes death might be our time has come to an end. We being two divorcees. Now, since I look back at my first marriage, I probably needed that so I could. My first marriage made me a better man. My first marriage made me a better husband. My first marriage, I got all my, I ain't gonna say all, I got most of my stupidity out of me. I got all of my dumbness out of me. I got all, I learned and I grew up. I was nothing but a kid. But I cannot be alone. Shout out to LeBron James for saying, "Hey, I don't want to be alone until they bury me, Lady Bell. I don't like it. I can't stand it, being all alone." Where they do that at, it's not good. The Bible said, listen, ladies, because it kills me hear women say, "Oh, I don't need no man. I don't need no man." But then you cried about my father wasn't in my life. "I don't need no man. I don't need no man." But you loving your son like he is a husband. "I don't need no man. I don't need no man." But you run the pastor every Sunday. You don't need a man, but you run the pastor every Sunday. The Bible says it's not good for man. Ladies, black women, y'all fall under that. It's not good for man to be alone. Team Bell, 1 + 1 will always be 1. I can't be alone. 2 is bigger, but it's still 1. Who wants to be alone? 1 1,000? Yeah. 1 1,000, but 2? Who wants to be alone? 10,000. Team Bell, you know who I am. And girl, don't ever leave me alone. We out.
Welcome to Marriage Bootcamp with Vicki and Robert Bell on Hot 702.5 FM, Risky Radio.